It's B back with another video, and I'm talking to you today about the new stimulus package that they have is in works for us. Okay, so Congress and them, they haven't even really talked about it much to us, but maybe they working on it behind the scenes. But as far as I know, right now they have several. But right now we're gonna talk about the rent and the mortgage payment stimulus package, and we don't know when they're gonna approve it or if they're gonna approve it. But it would be a wonderful thing. Now, but if we have the money to pay for our rent or our mortgage payments, the best thing to do is go ahead and pay it. But they are offering this, and the representative name is Omar. His last name is Omar, and his first name is Ilhan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Okay, it's Ilhan Omar, Representative Omar, and it is the no rent or mortgage payment for up to a year. No rent or mortgage payment for up to a year. Can you believe that? A whole year with no rent or no mortgage payments? But the thing is, I want to know, will you have to pay those payments all at once when that whole year is over? That is the question, because that's very, very important to know. Are we going to have to pay the rent at the end of the year or the end of 6 months? Well, let me give you a little more information on it. So the Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act is, like I said, is the Representative Omar, introduced by him, and this could cancel rent for people up to a whole year. Do you know how much rent or mortgage people pay every month? You could be saving what, $16,000 or more? I mean, that is amazing. That would be like, that could be some savings for us, okay? And they said a whole year. So only one person per household could receive this cancellation act. Or, okay, and then the rent and mortgage cancellation for homeowners and people that rent would have no debt as far as that for the year. No rent or no mortgage. How many people can say, won't they do it? Won't they do it? Won't they do it? Yeah, okay. So yeah, homeowners and rental people. So what would happen to them? The one that actually rent out the buildings or rent out the apartments, or the mortgage companies. So what they said is, the mortgage companies, they would get paid. The rental companies, they would get paid. But it would be under the Rental Property Relief Fund and the Home Lenders Relief Fund. But you know what? They would have to abide by the federal guidelines. And this will be run by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. So, and this will be for 5 years. So I don't know if this even will go into an act, or will be passed by the Congress, or the Democrats and the Republicans. Once again, they have to get in there and work together along with the president, because he has to sign off on it, and discuss all the different things that would be an option for us to receive, as far as rent, no mortgage for a whole year. You just think about that. How about somebody paying $1,000 a month? Okay, you paying $1,000 a month. Times 12. You see how much that is for each person? That is this amazing. 1,000. That would be 12,000 a year. So you done saved 12,000 a year. So the money, we should be having a beautiful bank account after all of this is over, with the money you already have saved. Ain't nobody counting your pocketbook, but I tell you what, God is in the blessing business. He's able to do what he said he would do. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Hallelujah. Okay, let's get back. Okay, so that is pretty much what I had for the no rent or mortgage payment. Um, there are a couple of more things I wanted to tell you about it. Just hold on for a minute. Alrighty, I'm back. But if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my computer so I can give you some more information. Okay, it says the full payment forgiveness of rent for your primary resident. So if you have a beach house or you have a house that's, other than your primary resident house, it's not included. Okay, the full payment forgiveness of mortgage payments for your primary. So the full forgiveness, this is something we wouldn't have to pay back. So if they do sign on, or the president signed this act or this policy, we won't have to worry about making a payment because it's going to be stopped for whatever period of time they says it's going to be. Okay? And okay, it says no accumulation of debt for renters. So we wouldn't have any debt. Down, 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 down. Oh, sorry. Okay, no accumulation of mortgage debt for borrowers. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, do you want a revolution? Say, do you want a revolution? Okay. All right, the next one is no negative impact on credit ratings or rental history for mortgage borrowers or renters. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry. I just was reading that and it got to me then. How it works. And this is under Forbes. You can look under the Forbes magazine, the rich people. Okay. As proposed, here's how the proposed legislation works. This rent and mortgage cancellation applies to all types of existing rent or mortgage agreement on a primary resident or a residential unit. So if you have a mortgage or either if you're renting, and that is including subleases and room rentals. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, and the next one, the rent and mortgage cancellation applies regardless of income, amount of rental payment, or amount of mortgage payment. Now, if they do this right here, this will be a blessing to a lot of people. All right, the suspension of rent and mortgage payments will be retroactive to March the 13th, 2020. March the 13th, 2020. So they're going to go back to March the 13th and last for one whole year. One whole year. Doom. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Oh, sorry. Okay, let's go to the next. The renters and mortgage borrowers would be reimbursed. Dun, dun, Okay. For reimburse, y'all just have praise break right then. Dun. Okay, they haven't put it into effect yet, but we just we're praying and hoping. And the borrowers would be reimbursed for payments made in April of 20. So whatever we paid for April, they're gonna get back to. Then praise them, praise them, praise them, praise them. Oh, okay. Participants who owe a mortgage and separately rent a residence can either receive mortgage relief or rental relief, but not both. So say a person has they have their own residential place, and then they have rental property. They can't use it on both of them. They can use it on only one. So, but yeah, is that not a blessing for all of us? Okay. What about landlords and lenders? If all rent and mortgage payments are forgiven, what about landlords and lenders? How do they get paid? Omar proposes this. And like I said before, they're going to use the rental property relief fund and the home lenders relief fund. And it's going to be ran by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. The Housing and Urban Development. I'm going to give you some more information now. The federal government, through the Department of Housing and Urban Development, will create a relief fund for landlords and relief fund for lenders by which they can be reimbursed by the federal government for the lost rent and mortgage payments. Okay, let's go to the next one. Lenders and landlords can recoup their losses from the rent and mortgage cancellation so long as they agree to abide by a set of fair renting and lending practices for a period of how many years? 5 years. The federal government would create an affordable housing fund to finance the purchase of private rental properties by nonprofits, public housing authorities, cooperatives, community land trusts, and state or local governments to increase the availability of affordable and low-income housing. So there, the federal government will create an affordable housing fund to finance the purchase of private rental. So that's for the private rental properties and the nonprofits, the public housing authorities, cooperatives. So they're going to actually have a fund for that. Okay, with this virus crisis, it's more than just a public health crisis. It's an economic crisis, Omar said. And he said that people were losing their jobs and everything. But see, this is just some of the things of the stimulus. This is one of the stimulus packages that they're looking at doing now. The No Rent or Mortgage Payment Cancellation Act. The Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act of 2020. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you got some information out of this. If you have any questions, have any ideas, have any comments, whatever, just link it down below. Just put it down below in the comment section. This is Miss B. Y'all don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Please subscribe, like, so that they can push my videos out more and more. Comment, please subscribe. I'm stuck in one thing. I'm at almost 1,000. But if I just get a little help, that's all I'm asking, a little help. Y'all help push me through to 1,000, and I'm able to go live. We're going to have games. People going to win t-shirts, win money. So y'all just come back and see me, and thank you. And I appreciate everybody that's been watching me. And may God bless and keep you. Have a blessed day.